Hi, welcome back. This is Janet Wright, and this video serves two purposes. One is it's an energy healing recap video because I did this process with all the participants, 70 people, in the group healing that happened yesterday, Sunday, April 1st, 2018. But it's also a wonderful standalone walkthrough video, which I definitely recommend. Particularly if you want more inner strength, and or if you feel that you resist a lot, or you feel that some people don't know they resist a lot. They may like do a lot of comments and go, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Like it's like they're clutching all the time. They have issues with resistance. So this is going to be a good video to help you try to practice. And even if you consider yourself a pretty mellow person, like I consider myself often a mellow person, not always for sure, but I really think the more resistance you clear, it's almost like one of the deepest foundational things you can do for energy work is to clear your resistance. And again, it could be subconscious resistance that you don't even know is there, maybe from a past life or whatever. So this video I think will be great for that. Okay. Now, inner strength, just a quick explanation of inner strength. I think people have a sense of what inner strength is, but then they may not know what it is like spiritually, like chakra wise and aura wise. What is inner strength and how do you work on it, right? So inner strength, it's kind of this inner reserve where you know you're going to be able to get something done. You know you can do something. It's beyond confidence though, and it's beyond courage. It's sort of everything. So since it actually is everything, like even on a spirit level, technically speaking, it is everything. So inner strength is using all your chakras together. They're harmonized. They're all sort of in lockstep. They're all working towards that same goal. And so that's what inner strength is, technically speaking. It's getting all your chakras to work together, and you do that. The simplest way to do that is to keep clearing your resistance, because resistance is your resistance is your inner glue that holds energy blocks in place. And the less resistance you have, the less energy blocks you have. The more flow you have, the more your chakras are working together, the more inner strength you have. See how that works? So what I realize is there is a simple way to clear there are many ways you could clear resistance that I could think of, but the one that the angel showed me, which was best for these 70 people in the healing, and I think maybe the top way, we'll see. I mean, angels are always teaching me new things, but the way that they taught me was let's see. So here's a diagram of, your energy potentially. So this is you, right? And this is your grounding. I always recommend that it's nice and wide as your whole aura. And it goes as high as your third chakra, which is right below your sternum. So for me, it's below the camera. Sorry about that. But your third chakra. So it goes that high and it goes all the way down to the core of the earth, right? And it's fastened there. So it helps you release, right? And so the top of your aura, is maybe about 2 feet above your head, 1.5 to 2 feet, depending on how big your aura is. And then you can have energy blocks here, right? This is your 8th chakra. Everyone has an 8th chakra, even if you didn't know you had one. It's a part of your eternal spirit that doesn't come into your physical body. It just shines down your eternal wisdom and healing energy on you all the time. So the more open to it you are, the more sort of Zen, big picture realizations you have, and it's very comforting and calming. So good stuff. So that's actually one reason why you always want to clear energy blocks here, because the more energy blocks you clear from here, the more of that 8th chakra, beautiful healing energy that shines down, and you get to sponge it up and feel the calming and enlightening benefits, right? But it's also a really neat way to clear resistance. If, and I'll walk you through it, but I just want to explain the concept first. So say you have maybe like 5 energy blocks up here, right? What if the point is not the energy blocks? What if the point is your resistance? What if a part of your spirit is up here resisting this foreign energy and holding it in place? What if you are the resistance? You're the glue, right? So that's actually the key to this whole thing of inner strength and moving out of resistance and aligning all your chakras, is that you tune in to that part of you that is the glue. You know, and again, it's probably subconscious. I don't think you're like, oh, I gotta hold up those energy blocks, right? But, you know, there's some subconscious resistance that you have that's holding these energy blocks in place. And if you're aware of that and you just try to relax and don't be the glue, be the flow. You know, don't be the glue, be the flow. You know, just move out of resistance. Then what happens is they clear. The energy blocks clear because you're glue. You're not being the glue anymore. So there's nothing to hold them in place. So they just kind of melt away or explode. But because this is such a key place up here and you just moved out of resistance, it's like, you know, there's all this, I mean, you know, on an energy level, it doesn't really make that sound. But there's this ripple effect, a really good ripple effect. And so from all the chakras, you know, your 7 chakras, all of a sudden you have less glue, you're less the glue in all these chakras. Because everything happens from the top down. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you come into your body from the top down. So since we're working this really key spot right here and we're stopping being the glue. We don't want to be the glue, right? So now you're the flow instead of the glue. So then it just like really nicely, you know, key parts of you stop being the glue down here too. And so there's because if you just clear these energy blocks by kind of working on them with lots of gold light, but you didn't really think about you being the glue and then move out of being the glue into being the flow, you wouldn't have as much of a ripple effect. I mean, it would be good. You'd come in more, you'd feel your sun more. It'd be nice. But to really get this whole inner strength ripple effect where all of a sudden your chakras work together a lot better than they did before, you got to think about the glue and, you know, the resistance and move out of it. And just kind of take ownership. That part of you was the resistance. And now you gotta be the flow instead. And then as you do that, you know, you get this great ripple effect. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do in this video. And you don't have to imagine your spirit and body separate, like, because technically you have 2 auras and you're, you know, blah, 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 you know, don't bother. Just think about, say that you're, you know, say you're mostly in your body, you know, let's imagine it that way. And so we're just going to imagine one aura and one set of chakras. And we're just going to imagine, you know, maybe just the top of your aura. Like sometimes I do that. I don't want to imagine like every detail all at once. It's a little too much for my brain. So I'm just going to imagine this top part, you know, of my aura, even like just that part. Because really you just want to, for this exercise, we're just going to be imagining the energy blocks right here at the top, above the top of your aura, right? So let's do that now. I'm going to put down my beautiful drawing so that I can imagine better along with you, okay? So I like to recommend that people use a copy out in front of them. So just imagine a 3D copy out in front of you. You know, here's the domed top of your aura. Oh, and if you feel, I always need to say this, if for this kind of work, if you feel really, really bad right now, do aura repair. Just go do aura repair. You know, if you feel really bad. I mean, this work doesn't make you feel bad, but if you feel like really angry or really freaked out, do aura repair first, because that's what you need and that's why you feel screwed up. super screwed up. So aura repair, a good walkthrough of that is my gold energy aura buffer zones video. It's 18 minutes long, not a big deal. Gold energy aura buffer zones. Okay, that's my disclaimer. Okay, great. So now you're imagining out in front of you, let's do grounding first, just for a sec. So imagine how wide your aura is all the way around you, and create a big grounding, red or orange or yellow. And maybe you already had one, but just create a brand new one. Let go of the old one, create a new one. Red or orange or yellow. I'm gonna make a big orange one, as wide as your aura, and wide all the way down to the core of the earth. Fasten it down there. So that's grounding, and you could just take a few deep breaths and remind yourself that you can let go. I can let go. And that's really important, because we're going to set off a really, really positive chain reaction of releasing. And so you need a flow and grounding for that. Okay? And then let's do a one color earth energy soak, because I just think that is even more centering, and it's nice for the flow of the grounding too. So go ahead and use that nice beautiful grounding that you created like a straw, and bring up that color of earth energy and just soak in it, your whole aura. Okay, so I'm going to bring up orange earth energy. You can bring up red or yellow. So you're using the grounding like a straw, and you just bring it up from the core of the earth. The earth energy from the core of the earth at that color, up, all the way up to the top of your aura, and just soak in it. So you're soaking your body, your spirit, your aura, all the energy centers, all your organs, and just leave that up there. It doesn't take effort to leave it up. You just bring it up and it stays. That's fine. Okay, so now I think you're centered enough, and your flow is most likely nice enough to do this exercise. So go ahead, and you're imagining a 3D copy of the top of your aura out in front of you. So the top of your aura, and then energy blocks. A lot of times they'll look like a stack of books. So because energy blocks are hard pieces of energy. And so just, just imagine, and again, people, particularly beginners, they're not going to be able to see energy, generally. When I started this stuff, all I could see was black all the time. I couldn't visualize energy. But it doesn't matter, because you can do this stuff with your mind or your imagination, and it works great. And then eventually, the more and more you do, the more present you get, the more your clairvoyance gradually starts to open up, and you can see what you're doing. But that's fine. So for now, just imagine, okay, like you're reading a book or something. So you're imagining a stack of energy blocks that's healthy and gentle for you to clear right now, that's above the top of your aura. So for me, I have about 12 energy blocks in a stack, so it looks like 12 books. And for me personally, I would say about half of them are from past lives and half of them are from this life. And you don't need to know. It's just, I don't know, I think you might be interested to hear an example. So, and again, what we're going to do is not just melt these energy blocks, although that would be cool. We're going to think of our resistance that is the glue holding these energy blocks in place. Okay, so think of you being the glue that's holding these energy blocks in place, and you want to move out of that resistance. Move out of the resistance, move out of being the glue into being flowing, right? So this part of you needs to stop being the glue, right? So just move out of resistance, be the flow. Don't be the glue, be the flow. So just a couple deep breaths, and just imagine moving out of the resistance. And as you move out of the glue, out of being the glue, the energy blocks clear. So mine just cleared. And if that's hard for you at first, maybe it is, you can clear the energy blocks the old way, just do a couple the old way, which is just lots of gold light. So just more gold light until yours clear. And if you feel like you're not sure if that worked, just ask your angels. Angels, can you clean up any that didn't clear? That I just tried to clear, if they're still there, please clear them for me. Okay, and let's do another set of those. So again, imagine the top of your aura, right? And above that, a stack of energy blocks that are healthy and gentle for you to clear right now. So I have, they're more like boxes this time, stack of about 8 boxes up here. And again, I want to think of, because we're moving out of resistance, that's the whole point, because then you get a bigger ripple effect in your chakras. So think of the inner glue, that your inner resistance that is holding these energy blocks in place. And then as you breathe, just think, okay, I'm moving out of resistance. I don't need to be the glue anymore. I'm gonna let go of these. I'm not gonna resist. I'm gonna be the flow. Okay, and so just to give you a personal example, mine cleared, and then I felt that things clear from all my chakras as well. Because that's the thing, once you stop being the glue there, you stop being the glue in other places too. Okay, so let's do a little more of that, because again, the more you have that positive ripple effect and you stop being the glue, you stop being resistant, then the more inner strength you're going to have, because inner strength is the harmonious working together of all your chakras at the same time. Okay, so be aware of the top of your aura, right? And then energy blocks above there. So again, that's right here in the drawing, right? Above the top of your aura. And just imagine what they look like, you know, just for fun. Use your imagination. Mine look really irregular this time. They look like a bunch of clothes and hats and shoes and stuff, these energy blocks. So again, the energy blocks aren't really the point in this exercise, because to get inner strength, you have to clear a lot from all the chakras. Well, and you have to get inner strength, you have to have a degree of non-resistance throughout your space. So it's step 1 is to be aware of the energy blocks, but step 2 is to be aware of you, the part of you that is the glue holding these energy blocks in place. And that's resistance. That is you vibrating at resistance on a subconscious level, probably. So just be aware of that, your inner glue that is holding these energy blocks there. And then just as you take some deep breaths, just move out of that resistance state. Move out of that resistance state into letting go, into non-resistance. Be the flow. So rather than being the glue, you're going to shift into being the flowing energy. So for me, that, you know, all those energy blocks just cleared right away. And then I felt a clearing, you know, out of the backs of, and the top of my head and the backs of my chakras. So it's a nice ripple effect throughout. Yay. Okay, great. So I think that's good. I think to finish up, let's just do a quick regrounding and soak, and maybe a quick angel blessing. Okay, so recreate your grounding. Because again, we want a lot of flow and releasing. Well, you just started a lot of releasing, but for it to be really fun and enjoyable and productive, you want to keep that flow of your grounding. You want your grounding to continue to flow and release. So if like 4 hours from now you start feeling weird and cranky, just redo like maybe like an earth energy soak. You know, I have that 6-minute video, tricolor earth energy soak. Okay, but anyway, just redo your grounding, red or orange or yellow. I'm going to do red this time. So big wide grounding all the way down in the core of the earth, and then use your grounding like a straw and just bring up the red earth energy or orange or yellow all the way up to the top of your aura, and just soak in that red or orange or yellow earth energy. And just remind yourself, I can let go. Or maybe if you prefer, you can say, it is time for me to let go. All right. And so that is, well, we used an affirmation, and then we did a 1-color earth energy soak. So now let's just, to close up, ask your angels to give you a blessing so that you can have more and more non-resistance and inner strength. So just say, angels, in your mind, you know, angels, can you give me a blessing and a healing so that I can have more non-resistance and I can have more inner strength. All right, wonderful. Good job. So it could be that that healing is going to keep going for a couple more minutes, but don't worry, your angels know just how long to make that healing for you. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, use your intuition, but it's definitely something that you can keep working over time. All right, bye.